Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. It is December 18th and it is Ascendant Challenge time for this week. And this is going to be the Keep of Honed Edges. This one is going to be all the way in the back of Ray Sylvia, kind of on the floating portal if you guys have seen that one before. So if you guys know where it's at and just want to jump into the Ascendant part, you guys can see the timestamps on screen and go there. Otherwise I'm going to show you guys where to get there, do the clearing of it first, and then show you where the eggs are. One of them is going to be a little tight shot with the Wish Ender bow, and the other one you're definitely going to want to bring the sword with you. So I'll show you guys a couple different alternatives, see if maybe I get the time trial while we run it through, so I'll try and go fast on that part as well. So, location first, jump on your Sparrow and get to driving. Thank you guys lately. I know Destiny 2, for some of you guys, is maybe not your favorite, cup of tea right now. Maybe the, Black Armory was a little disheartening, but there's some really cool stuff out there at the moment. We got the new Forge today, so if you guys are leveling up, that's one to experience. I'm following one of these crazy people in this sleigh who's just dropping glitter bombs everywhere, which is kind of hilarious. There's a little leveling up to get that to actually happen, so you got to do a lot of cooking to get that one to happen, but it is kind of cool. So once you guys are driving through here, if you do have a rally flag perhaps, and you want to make sure you got max ammo, go ahead and grab one of those on the way, never a bad thing. Could be some insanity going through here, so I usually try and hit this ramp. Kind of run it around and drive through. Staying on the Sparrow is somewhat difficult because everything wants to kill you and Sparrows have like one health bar. Like that. Don't die, don't die, don't die. And we'll run back in here. So once you get inside, just kind of go straight up through the doorway. Then we'll head back into the Harbinger's Seclude and get to our portal. Just nice to have some ammo. Also helps to, get your super up and maxed, which is a good thing if you're going to go try and do this thing quickly. I don't know why I'm running it that direction. Sorry, a little thrown off. Shattered Throne is back this week. Again, it is on taking, Curse Week 3. It's always here. So this one, or there's one other Ascendant Challenge in which it will be around. So it's like my favorite thing in Forsaken. So definitely check that thing out if you guys haven't yet. The Wish Ender bow comes from there. It's got some really cool encounters. You got multiple powerful gear drops that are going to be pretty sizable as well, so if you're looking to still level up to 650, it's definitely going to help you out there. So as this is up on multiple characters, I will be trying to do that, maybe some streams, so check out as we go. And just stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't yet. I'll usually try and post up when I'm going to go live. If you guys just look at my Twitch channel, you could follow me there, set notifications, so when I go live, you'll get a little email or something like that, and you'll know when I go live, and you guys can follow me and see what on earth I'm doing for that day in the world of Destiny, or maybe something else. If you guys want to see me play another game or see if there's something you're interested in, let me know. I'm definitely down to do that type of stuff too. Kind of would like to expand the channel outside of Destiny. I mean, things like Division 2 and Anthem are coming. I'm definitely excited for both of those. I want to see what those have to offer. So we'll just have to see what those bring. So once you get back here, notice the statue is covered in all these little taken balls. Now I'm going to do this with my Lion Rampants off, just so you guys can see that it's still doable. But if you feel like you need a little jumping help, Lion Rampants, Stompies, Warlocks, you guys get to float. Either way, whatever you find comfortable, but I'll do it without it. So once you're here, go ahead and pop your tincture. And you got 30 minutes, and the portal will be right above the statue. Now, there's a way to jump on this little ball, jump over on this little, floating thing, jump over here, and then jump in. But the easier way, once you're Ascendant, turn to the right, and you got floating platforms, and I just think this is so much better. Sorry if you guys hear anything outside, just getting a little ventilation in here and joys of planes flying overhead for whatever reason. Make the quick rotation of these platforms and we will jump on in. Last one is here. Alright Guardians, so we are here at the portal. I am going to try a time trial run. I've even struggled with that one. I feel like I go pretty quick, but apparently not fast enough. But we're going to go ahead and try that one. Once that is done, I'll take you guys where the chest is at, then head back to the middle and explain the egg locations, which are very weird and convoluted, so I know those will be a little bit longer, but timestamps on those, and then the lore will be the final piece. So, all of that being said, see if we can make this time trial run happen. So when you come in, make sure you touch the platform you're landing on. I've come in and flown right by it before, so try not to do that. But just, you cannot stop moving on this one if you're going for time trial. Whichever direction you end up going, just keep pushing towards the center. You should always have something to jump on. May not be the most direct path. You guys can see Toland floating down there. If you do need him, just, head towards the twitchy light and you'll be fine. But usually Toland's going to be around the center on one of kind of the lower platforms. But pretty much as soon as you get to the center, if you have your super up already, that's going to help you out as well. And just try and head straight to the middle. Not wasting pretty much any time. And I'm just going to try and go super jumps on this one. And clear out pretty much everything I can. Look for the adds that are going to spawn up top. We'll have a few of those. A few more on the other side. That's why I'm bringing Thunderlord along, trying to finish those guys up. And then just look for the couple of stragglers up here. As soon as they're down, then you can actually get onto the next phase. That's why these guys are annoying, because they like to hide. And they're just really frustrating. Alright, so once your adds are down, the sword will spawn. Now, for the first one, you can spawn in the middle. Wait for whichever one's going to stand up. This one over here. And you can start working them down. Now, once the first one is down, my advice is truly to hide underneath, though, just because it does get to be a lot of stuff firing at you. So once that one is down, I'm doing this about 620, so I'm at a decent level. You'll have a few of these guys come at you, but you're also going to have these two start coming to you. Now, as soon as you can, wait for your super bar to get full, and get them to come at you. Get a nice supercharge, try and knock them both out. As soon as they're dead, all the enemies will die, so keep that in mind. Try not to take any extra shots. Follow Toland's little dot. He's going to take you one direction. Follow him, and notice now there are giant flying things. So be careful in your transition. Some of these platforms can disappear. Sometimes there's crazy falling rocks as well. So it's a bit tricky, to say the least. So this is not my favorite pathing, but again, if you can dodge the enemies and just keep going, just do that. And as you're going through, just keep using that sword to swipe if you need to cover some extra ground. And then the faster you can cover the ground, the better off you're going to be. But if you run into a wall like that, just turn around, see if you can survive it real quick. And again, the faster you can get to wherever it's at, see if we can get the chest. And that's going to be an open, and then you jump out of the portal. Now, to jump out of the portal, just run up here. We're going to go ahead and jump out and see if we can get this done. And then we'll come back for another run. There's your time trial. So you actually do have to exit for the time trial on this one. Now, if you do exit with the sword, you can't go back in. Unfortunately, you have to go basically to a landing zone to kind of reset it. So if that is the case, you know, if you want the time trial, do that first. And then you can kind of have a more peaceful run when it comes to the eggs and then also the lore. So I'm going to skip ahead to basically back into the Ascendant challenge, having cleared most everything out, and then show you guys where everything is at. So time trial, check. Eggs and lore come next. Alright, Guardians, so if you've already cleared this once and you're now coming back for the eggs, you can do these separately. Now, this room has kind of a weird orientation. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you're standing on the center platform and you've got these two little raised areas closer together and you're facing one of these platforms, this will be what I would call like our base direction. So you got these two that you can see on either side. You do want to keep holding onto the sword for this one for a little bit. Now, one of the eggs that you're going to need to try and get to is not the easiest jump, but what you can do, jump up here. And if you get some decent height out of this, then maybe a decent sword swipe, you might be able to grab it. Now for me, I have to switch over to a different jump just to be able to get the height that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to high lift for me. Jump up on this little thing. It just gives you a little bit of height so you can get some oomph out of that. Then get a nice double jump up really high, get a couple swipes, and then if you can grab the edge, you're good to go here. Now what you're looking for, I'm going to leave the sword on the top. If you come down here to the edge and say, okay, so I'm looking at the platform. I've got both of these two raised platforms kind of closer together, same direction I was facing. So if I turn, basically do a complete 180, you guys will notice a tiny little light way out here. Now if I fire enough, you guys will see that I actually did hit the immune, and that's where one of the eggs is at. So egg number one is right back out here. And if you guys see that I can hit an immune bullet, it may not be the easiest arrow to shoot back there, but as opposed to trying to do a crazy sword swipe to get out there, basically the closer towards that edge that you can get, the better off that you're going to be. You guys are actually seeing ricochet bullets at that point, and ricochet rounds may help. But however you got to try and get there, just do what you can. And again, that little bit, if you can just hit some immune piece, apparently it actually seems a little more consistent from here. Ricochet rounds may help you with that if you got something on a pulse or a scout, so look for those if you need it. We're going to go ahead and pick the sword back up. Now, I already showed you guys how to get to the portal, did the time trial run, so we're going to come back in the middle. And it looks like we'll actually be headed towards the portal for egg number 2. So, again, same base location. So, egg number 2, if you're facing our base, platform, two little raised platforms close together, we're going to turn towards the right, actually heading the way Toland is this time. Now, this may be a little weird, just because the platforms can disappear. And if you're worried about anything actually being long range, you can deal with that. But what we're actually trying to get to is this rock structure over here. You can only see it when it kind of flashes the lightning out that direction. It's kind of hard to see. Now, once you've actually finished this thing, it is a little harder to get to. So if you can mosey around and find this thing while you don't have the sword, you could at least kind of get an idea of where you're going. But the only problem with that is, one, sometimes these platforms will disappear, so be careful about that. But follow the path that I'm on, and we're trying to get to this round structure here. Now, as I said, some of the platforms can disappear. Make sure before you do a slam that you're actually standing on the platform that you want to. Now, once you're on the circular platform, you guys may have some enemies trying to shoot you from far away. If you want to take those out, you know, just drop your sword. Still should be there. Not a big deal. Couple goblins, no big deal. These guys shouldn't even be an issue, but vandals might snipe you, so I just like to take those out. So, if you guys need a point of reference, if you're facing back towards the structure, do about a 90-degree turn to the left and head towards the edge of this, and you'll see this is a very tall structure out here. You kind of got to wait for the lightning to flash. You can kind of see it out there, so you basically just kind of have to trust me on this one. You're going to go for a running jump and then sword swipe as many times as you can until you get out to the ledge. So do the jump, get up high, start swiping, and you will eventually hit this little ledge over here. Now, if you get up here, you're in pretty good shape. Go ahead and jump on up and see however you can try and find to get up here. And if you have the sword, you can actually do this thing where you'll climb, and if you can actually get up here, you're pretty much where you need to be. So once you get to the top of this valley, now you could do this another way. You can actually go around kind of the outside, and you can kind of climb, you know, do a jump out there, jump up here. However you have to do to get up to the top. Once you're up in this little valley, just walk through it. Little platform over here, and how someone found this one. I've seen videos from Esoteric and Dado. They've mentioned other people. All the people who have found this one before I did, I don't have a reference, but I promise you I did not find this on my own. So here's your egg, so you guys know where it's at. Now I'm going to go back to my strafe jump just so I can show you guys where the lower bones are at as well. So we're going to head back to the middle structure, and I will see you guys back there so you don't have to see me travel. If you want to, I'm actually just going to show you guys how you can sword fly all the way back. So if you still got the sword, still a decent amount of ammo, get up fairly high on one of these platforms. Doesn't have to be this one, but it works if it's up here. Kind of make sure you got a decent path. There's a whole lot of crap flying around. See if you get a break in there, and then just start sword swiping. Nice thing about this Ascendant sword, it is like crazy how much ground you can cover with this thing. So try and go straight at it. If you notice a whole lot of things were not flying quite this direction, you should... Oh my goodness. Well, give me a sec, I'll get right back where I was. Alright, Guardians, so after my unfortunate death, we're back up top and we're going to jump in the portal. Now, one thing you'll notice is the flying rocks are still here, but the enemies are actually going to be in the middle. So if you actually pick up the chest and don't kind of get yourself a new instance, the rocks will be flying around. So if you want a safer run towards either eggs, or if you're looking for the lore, which I'm going to show you guys now, and you need a full reset, just go back to the Devilian Mists, so you get a new instance, drive back over. You can still be Ascendant, and you'll have a fresh run without all the craziness flying around. Now, the other thing is some of these platforms might actually disappear while I'm doing this too, so it kind of triggers the other, version of the instance with all this craziness going on. So if you're having issues with that, just reset it all. Hopefully I can do this with you guys still watching, so we'll see how this goes. Rotating rocks can be the bane of your existence as well. But as we get closer towards the middle, we should be in pretty good shape. And as long as you don't tick off the enemies, you should be good. But you are going to need to be Ascendant for this run. Now, one thing to make note of is where you're facing, and that will help you guys with location. So you guys will notice we've got Tolan down there. He's usually on one of the ledges down below. You'll see the floating ball. There's multiple places where he's at. But you'll also notice, if you look down over the edge of one of these, you're going to notice an Ascendant platform. Right there. And that's how we work our way down to the lore bones. So if you're kind of wondering for a point of reference, I'm trying not to get too close to tick them off. But if you guys see how the, if we normally would be facing the platform that's kind of back over there, this would be the platform to the right where we actually exited. So if you're going with the base, where I would have been before, and, the two segments are on the right, come over to this right platform, head towards, column 1, column 2, and between 2 and 3, if you look down in your Ascendant, you'll see the first platform, which is going to be our way down. And if you work your way down here, we are going to go on this, lower edge Thank goodness for these Ascendant platforms. This is also a decent way to get to Toland. So as you kind of jump forward, you might have to get a little bit of a leap of faith, but they're just going to go in a circle. And if you need to get to Toland, straight out here, talk to him, and then it'll literally just head straight back, find your platform, you should be good. But keep following down. Again, it's just kind of a big circle out here. Try and give yourself some height so you got some lift to it. Keep working your way around. All the way down. Feel like I got like a invisible boost there. Final platform. And as you get right out towards this edge, you'll notice these lore bones are down here. So go ahead and hit that inspect. We're going to get the lore bones. And that is it. You can actually work your way back up if you like. But from here, you guys should be able to know everything. So time trial run was done previously. We've got both eggs, which are kind of insane to get to. And then the lore bones are down here below this main structure. So I hope this video helps you guys out. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like below. You guys know where to find me, or if you don't, you can hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up on Twitch. It's Ebontis on both. But right here on YouTube, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. We're on our way to 30,000. Less than 1,500 to get there, so let's see if we can ring in the new year in style. So thank you guys very much. Hope this one helps you guys out. So this is, again, the Keep of Honed Edges, and just about everything I know about it. So hopefully that helps you guys. And other than that, have an awesome weekend. Happy holidays to all you guys. Be safe on your travels, and I'll see you soon.